After almost 2 years, it appears we finally have a fix for one of Red Dead Online's most common bugs, and it's one of the bugs that we thought Rockstar were just going to keep in the game basically forever. It has to do with the black screen and infinite loading screen issues caused from completing a delivery of your trader goods. We're going to talk about this fix and whether it's just temporary or actually permanent and more in this video, so if you enjoyed this video at any point or if you just find it helpful, let me know by dropping a like on today's video, and if you'd like to stay up to date and in the loop with everything Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online, consider hitting that subscribe button with your bell notifications turned on. So when talking about these black screens, I'm not really referring to anything other than the black screens that are caused by the trader role right now. If you are black screening from other things in the game, then, well, it's probably still going to happen. However, more often than not, the black screening issues in this game are caused by the trader role deliveries, and it affects more than just a few things, and it appears that may not be a huge issue anymore. I'm not exactly sure when this was changed or patched. Most likely it was either with the Blood Money DLC update itself or the subsequent hotfix we got for the title update that went live a few weeks ago that was specifically set to address those PlayStation loading bugs where players would get stuck at 50% when trying to load into online. And I'm personally inclined to think it was fixed in the latter, as I'm almost positive I did run into this issue the first day Blood Money released, meaning it was fixed between then and now. Either way though, on stream last night, I ran my trader sell on stream, as I usually do every time I stream, and not even thinking about it, I went to sell my moonshine right after. Now, before, I would listen to Marcel, and then the game would black screen briefly to load a mission. However, for some reason, if you did this after you sold your trader goods, you would permanently black screen, and you would be in that black screen and that infinite loading screen forever, and closing the game would be necessary. And it's not really a timed issue either, where if you did a trader sell and then immediately sell moonshine right after you ran into this issue, it would happen at any point if you just did a trader sell. So this would happen for the naturalist role if you went to hunt or sample a legendary animal for Harriet right after. It would occasionally happen with legendary bounties, the newer opportunity missions with the Blood Money update, and also even the Moonshiner story missions or trying to load into the online story missions. Basically, anytime you started a mission that had a loading screen after completing a trader sell, that would most likely mean you would get that permanent black loading screen. Moonshiner and Naturalist, it was basically a 100% chance, but other content, it would only really happen sometimes, but compared to not happening at all if you were to otherwise avoid trader sells while you play, that means something's definitely getting messed up because of the trader role. Thankfully though, this does not appear to be happening anymore, as it went completely smoothly while live streaming on Twitch yesterday. I did my trader sell, went to sell my moonshine after, and I didn't black screen. One solution obviously is just sell your moonshine beforehand, but this glitch would occur at any point during your gaming session unless you actually switch the lobbies or close your game. So even if you went about your roles in a specific order, once you did your trader sell during that gaming session, you'd have to get in the habit of switching servers right after that, and honestly that just becomes a nuisance, and most of the time it's easy to forget. It's up to the developers to fix these issues in a timely manner, and me personally, I'm in the habit of prioritizing my trader sell first or trader resupply first over moonshine, because moonshine takes 48 minutes to produce and trader resupplies and the time in between them is 50 minutes, so I give myself that extra couple minutes to take care of trader stuff, which takes a little bit longer. Now maybe you have a different play style and this doesn't really affect you, or maybe you haven't even noticed why you've been black screening, but either way, this long time bug appears to have been patched, and I've successfully sold moonshine right after trader 3 times now. I've had the game running all day today, producing goods, doing extra sells, just to make sure, and 3 times in a row now, once on stream yesterday, and twice today, I have not run into this issue yet. Funny enough though, I am actually spawning inside of my moonshine shack in front of the table and Marcel instead of on the wagon, which typically wouldn't happen as a solo player, but I am really happy that this bug is patched, and it's been in the game now for almost 2 years, while there are still many other glitches that Rockstar has yet to fix. For example, like the horse stable bug where your 10th stall in the stable is glitched and your horse in that stall, no matter what horse it is, will always be malnourished, no matter how often you feed it, no matter what you feed it, no matter what order you feed it, and then call it and flee it and put it in the stable, remove it from the stable, etc. They've yet to fix that and many more bugs, but maybe this is the start of them getting down to the bottom of these problems. Finally, nothing else is really happening in between major DLC updates, and perhaps they just started to prioritize fixing these long-term bugs that they either forgot about weren't aware of in the first place, or maybe just because Rockstar never felt it was necessary to devote resources into fixing these things, these errors, these bugs, these glitches, and now maybe we're finally seeing some action now, and I wanted to make sure you're aware of what's going on, no matter if these changes are big or small. Another glitch that they should definitely tackle besides that horse stable bug is your weapons getting glitched down like halfway down your back and your shoulder after you turn in bounties. For example, if you have a bounty on your shoulder, you bring them into the jail and you get that cutscene where you walk in, the sheriff or whoever is in town is like, thank you for turning in this bounty, whatever. You get back into the free roam, and unless it's one of those black screen type of bounties where the game fades to black and then you spawn in the game, unless you just go right out of the door of the actual jail, more often than not you're gonna have your weapons that are glitched halfway down your back because the game still thinks that some type of object is on your shoulder that's forcing those weapons down. You know, if you're holding an animal carcass, a dead body, no matter what it is, you'll notice that as well. So it's not necessarily a glitch of them getting, you know, pushed halfway down your shoulder. It's just the game isn't actually moving the weapons back up your back because it still thinks that you're carrying the bounty even after you finish the mission. So all that's needed, you can of course try and switch lobbies, but more often than not, all you need to do is just go outside, try and find some animal, kill it, put that on your shoulder, carry it around for a second, and then immediately drop it, and it should fix that issue. It's more of a cosmetic thing, right? It's just a visual bug. It doesn't really affect the game in any other way, but if you're someone like me, that bothers me. It looks kind of ridiculous when the weapons are hanging down past your knees and they're slapping against your calves when you're running around. So I like to fix that. You know, it looks better in gameplays, etc. That's something Rockstar can fix, but they can also fix many more things in the game. There's also some issues with crypts and turning in legendary animals, where essentially what you're doing is you're actually losing some materials when you're turning in these legendary animals, either from free roam or during the Harriet legendary animal like naturalist sighting missions. He's basically skimming off the top, but it's more than it should be because you're already paying camp fees, you're paying stable upkeep fees, etc. And Crypts is taking about 20% off the top when you shouldn't really be taking that much at all because the other fees are factored into what you're making from the trader cells in the first place. But either way, with all that said, those are the things that I want to talk about today, the long-term bugs that should be fixed, as well as the Moonshiner bug. With all that said, that's all we have time for today, so we're going to wrap things up right here. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video today, and if you did, hopefully I earned your like on it. And of course, if you are new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with all the best Red Dead Online and Rockstar Games content, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on a single thing we post here on the channel. We consistently talk about updates, news, information, tips, tricks, and even leaks, and we'll keep you guys updated here on the channel daily, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you want to follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube, and you're more than welcome to ask me any questions on those platforms. You can follow me at HazardousHDTV, and all of my social media links can be found in the description down below. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching, everyone. Hopefully you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next Red Dead Online video. Adios, amigos.